there, I'm Afrin, and today I'm going to talk about Reynolds' 5 literacy for social media in 21st century. And the media I'm going to use as an example to explain those literacy is YouTube. Now you would be thinking, what else I can say in terms of YouTube that you already don't know of? Well, don't be so sure, because every social media and website that are created now has some basic principle, and we use them without knowing them. So it would be good for us to know what those literacy means and how literate are we in terms of using them. Now we use social media to socialize, interact, grow and organize and build a community. But this gets only possible when the user know how to encode, decode and communicate. Let me first briefly explain what YouTube does. I know we all know it, but YouTube is basically an archive for lots of videos, from news to entertainment content to whatnot. But YouTube, when it started, it wasn't this broad. It started with a few clips of news videos, then music, and then individual who used to film on their home, they started to share those home videos through YouTube. Gradually it evolved the way it is today. One of the benefits that came out of YouTube is a lot of individuals realized this is kind of a platform to showcase their talent. So whatever they had interest in or have talented, they videoed it, which kind of right now seems as an amateur video, but those kind of made a start in terms of the terms we know as YouTuber nowadays. YouTubers are the content creator who spontaneously post videos through their channel, and they have subscribers. People who engage with their content can subscribe and follow them throughout their channel. YouTube provides all the basic tools you would need to finish up a project like small videos. But people who are more advanced with the technology, they usually use other apps to make their videos and post it on YouTube. Now YouTube cannot be just seen as an entertainment box. It's more than that. People use it for academic sources, and sometimes you can also get counseling for relationship, which is great. Now let us focus on how YouTube fits in all the literacy that Reynolds introduced to us. So the first literacy Reynolds introduced is attention. And attention could be seen as a very fundamental aspect for any social networking sites or anything in terms of life, because attention helps us as human to understand information, to gain it, and to spread the information for further generation. Now YouTube itself is very captivating because in terms of their content, it occupies our two senses. Visually we are seeing, and we are also hearing the audio. The second literacy Reynolds introduced is participation. Now we all participate in one way or another, whatever social use. But in YouTube, if we think that, okay, as a simple user, you are watching a video, you're liking it, sharing it, or commenting it, you are done with the participation. Sometimes it takes further than that. In terms of YouTuber or content creator, whenever they post their creation on YouTube, they're giving their participation. Also, in YouTube, the very thing that annoys most of us, I think we all are familiar, are the pop-up ads. So companies also get that YouTube is very engaging platform, so they can target a lot more audience through that. So they usually go with the sponsorship, which is a new marketing strategy. They get through famous YouTubers or content creators who have more subscribers, and through them they're reaching a new audience. This is where the third literacy comes in, collaboration. Now, between content creators, collaboration is very famous or very commonly seen. But sometimes content creators also engage their audience through some sort of collaboration. For example, I think this is a very common tagline through all or most of YouTube content is if you give this video this much likes, or if you comment this thing, I will post the next video. This way they're engaging their audience and also collaborating with them. Now the first three literacy were pretty simple and we all know it some way or another, and we all use them for any social networking sites. But the fourth and fifth literacy are a bit more critical. Now the fourth literacy Reynolds introduced us with is network awareness. Now we are using social sites to build networks and to socialize with others. But this has been so great because this kind of erase our limitation, because physically we can meet 10 new people or 5 new people, but through social networking sites, for one click or for 1 minute we could meet so many new people and connect with so many new people. Now content creators knows this very well, so they know they have a broader range of audience from all over the world. Network awareness is a term used by Renault to view us the critical view we have of any information. Before we even consume information, we are critical about it. We judge the information that are coming from the author or the creator. Is he an expert? And even if he's giving some information, does that worth our time and attention? We ask this question to consider what information we choose to consume, and is it worth enough to put our time into. And now the question comes, as YouTube is a global networking site, how does one navigate through this? Because so many contents is uploaded every hour or so. So the most common way to navigate is, or most people choose to navigate through, is the thumbnail and the title of the video. Now this has over the years has turned into a clickbait thing more than the actual content. Content creators knows that with a very simple and plain thumbnail they cannot attract more audience, because people only see the first impression and they go for it. So sometimes we will see contents which has some weird title and that does not even go with the subject, but that does so that people click on it and view their videos. So it all comes back to the first literacy we got introduced to, that is attention. We are critical on deciding where and who we should trust and put our time and concentration into, and also we can be more very efficient in terms of critical consumption by simply asking the authenticity and credibility of the source. So to end up this presentation, I would say that by now we can say YouTube is one of those many social sites which promotes 5 literacy, and now that we know a bit more about the literacy, I hope we are going to engage with all the other social media we use and be critical and be aware of the how we use these medias.